Today on Toy Domination, we are. Hey, Joe? What you got there?
What you got over there?
What you got there? My voice cracked when I said it.
Ignore that background.
Ignore that background.
Don't look at that background.
Just pay attention to what you got there. Hey, I'm Dom from Toy Domination. I'm joined today by
Toy Domination.
I'm joined by the other guy wearing a black T-shirt.
Joe. I'm Joe. Hey everybody. What we got here? Oh hey.
Ooh, Orca boys. Yeah, man. I had to get another one. This guy's got buzz saws for hands. I will say, this poor guy, how does he pee? I don't know. Hopefully he's got hands inside those, I guess.
Yeah, those are gloves.
I don't know, man. They're crazy orcs. They could be just hopped up on whatever.
Those are gloves.
They are very blocky and hard to move, but it's a huge beast. They're so fun to play with. Like, Finn and Tristan will grab them out and we'll play against G.I. Joes. We'll play against Fortnite. We'll play against Classified. They are awesome. Very cool, big, bulky monsters in your collection.
Real quick before we go on, the reason we're doing Dom's What You Got Over There with overlay images is because you just moved, and if you can't tell by him surrounded by boxes, he's barely set up to do this show, but that's fine. We're doing it. We're rolling through it.
I literally had the movers finished today. I thought I'd just leave this as a permanent background. Just cardboard boxes.
Yeah, just I like that.
From now on.
Cardboard boxes.
Yeah, that's good.
What is this guy? Oh, hey.
Oh, so I bought for you the first Joy Toy mecha that I never actually. I never bought one for myself.
Very cool.
One of our favorite followers, Steven, playing with my 3.75 at IG, said, "Oh, get the one that looks like a Lego Spaceman."
Oh, he's fantastic.
I knew instantly who he was talking about. He said Lego Spaceman. It's so cool, Joe. And I put
you can tell he's a spaceman because he has gold on his visor.
That's an old inside dig that we're not going to right now. That I put lift ticket up there because even though this is the 1/25th scale, they did make it so the back canopy can open up and you can slide a 1/18th figure inside there, and it's got a front screen in front of his face. I should have taken a picture of the inside, but the bubble opens up as well, so like the normal 1/25th figures can go in there. It's so much fun. My only complaint is every one of those panels, you can see the knees are actually missing. Every one of those doggone panels, they all pop off. I'm going to glue them on. It's so painful playing with them.
Yeah, some of the ones that pop off the Joy Toy mech suit that you got me, that is proper 1/18 scale. Like, I still am like, I should probably glue that on. I'm just going to lose them. We're going to... You know why, Dom? Because we play with their toys.
Because we play with it, right?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, the cockpit opens up, and you know what this instantly reminded me of? We did an Exo Squad with the the brown suit that had the troop carrier deploy. Right? Yeah, even though So, what's the first mech suit you're gonna buy? Is it a war one? Is it the cool sniper ones? The ghillie mesh? I don't know, but the space one is so I can play with it in space. That's what that picture was. I can play with it on the ground. It can work with our maintenance guys. Again, with the aspect of I'm going to play with this thing, it's got to be able to fit in. I just love the white and the gold. It's so pretty and it's so fun.
Go out of their way to point out, like, you can put a 1/18th scale figure in this if you wanted to.
Didn't pull the trigger until I was absolutely certain you could put a 1/18th scale figure into that one. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a couple fans and followers, STF Forge and JSOC Alpha. I love your content you're putting out. I love your support. I love your positivity with the community. Guys, I'll put their links down below. Please give these guys a follow. It's totally worth following. Awesome IG members.
Thank you for your support and your awesome content, guys. Oh, well, dinosaur.
Right. It's a weird dinosaur, and I don't remember the name off the top of my head. And I got this one for the boys and I because kids love dinosaurs. And honestly, them bringing this thing in has made me love dinosaurs more. And I've been eyeballing like the Scorpius Rex and the Dinosaur Rex. I'm like, oh, that would be awesome. But I'll just wait until later, and I'll show you who's riding on the top of that bad boy to show you this isn't just some dinosaur running in a jungle. This is like someone's mount that we use with our adventurer, which is our code for fantasy. The boys and I say adventurers.
Okay.
By the way, does anyone else out there think that when I say boys, you mean like my boys and I? Like, are you understand? It's my sons I'm talking about.
I
Like,
texted you the other day, and I was like, "Hey, you should stop saying boys."
me and my boys went to Walmart and found some tight toys. Like,
say sons.
I don't know anyone else who's confused by that. Like,
Hey, listen,
yes,
I'm not saying anyone is, but the confusion, the opportunity for confusion is there.
It's true. Yeah, me and the boys went strolling through the
Me and
Walmart
the boys
aisles.
checked out the toy aisle.
It's got a ton of articulation. The jaw opens up, moves all the way
Rip
around.
those
Like,
electronics out.
look, dude, it will not shut up. But the arm has like 6 points of articulation alone. The legs are nice and stiff. Also, the gutting claws it comes with. Like, this was a really good choice, and it's unique.
Claws.
This is a dinosaur that was around when I was a kid, so it's neat for me because it's new. And the boys were just like, oh, like, so it was fun purchase.
You mean your sons? Yeah.
No, I mean my boys.
What do we got next? What's on Netflix right now?
The dinosaur won't shut up. Ah, look at that thing. So I have the Reaction Super 7 version, which is pretty articulated.
Yeah.
My kids came home with Nicole and they were like, Dad, we saw a bigger one. I was like, no. I went to Target a few days later. I was like, guys, I got it. Cool. The Demogorgon. So cool. It is a towering, like 10 inches tall. You can see here, I captured a moment in play. That's not a Photoshop background. That's actually a tapestry I bought and hung so we could have a starry background. The boys have created the boys. I can't unhear it now, Joe. Thanks a lot.
I've poisoned your mind.
My sons and I have come up with a mythos where that is a dead god. So there it is rising out of the earth in its tomb for the first time on this dead world they're on. So it is in our mythos. They have never seen the show because I'm a good parent. It can be a massive monster for your small figures, or it can be a cool monster for your big ones too. Can Beastman tame this beast though? That's why I did that. Yeah, can he tame this beast?
Yeah, I think so. Look at him.
So the real fur is awesome.
Yeah,
I love the savagery, the old school, I'll call it, kind of style to it. I didn't put the helmet on there because it constantly slumps forward and it pops loose. My only complaint is the plastic. You see the arm gauntlet there and the knee brace thing, which kind of model the old toy. They're really loose and they slide. He's in your hands. He's got a lot of slippery sliding pieces that want to move up and down there. They're not tight. The fur on him is pretty tight though.
I'm slowly getting like the Revelations line for myself. I'm buying Origins for my infant son who can't play with toys yet. So New Eternia, like those ones, like those are speaking to me, and I'm like, oh, that's what I want. Like I liked the Revelation figures, but man, the New Eternia, and that's where the dinosaur comes in.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's fantastic.
He comes with his old school harness, like the original Beastman harness, that orange weird thing. I don't even care. I'm like basically throwing that trash. He also comes with a whip, which he came with in the past too, but he comes with this cool spike club. Joe, don't sleep in this figure. The fur is really fun. It's tucked underneath this plastic bone harness thing he's got here. Really, really fun, big. My only complaint, the face sculpt when you get close in. It actually looks okay there, but it's kind of
looks all right.
Yeah, it's because it's probably a decent photo, which I'm not really great at taking, but it's kind of vanilla when you get into it. It's a little too old toy for me. And I almost would look for a third-party customized head to put on that thing. Like that's how much I don't like that head, but I like that figure. So I passed Faker, I passed King Grayskull, and I passed the Cultist Triclops or Cultist Trapjaw for that guy. So
the Cultist Trapjaw, I don't love the tongue. Like I can't get past the tongue.
Oh, it's so good. I can't wait to get that guy because I'm totally getting
I don't know. I can't like the visual of it. Like I'm like, I love just the empty hole that is like the old school.
Oh yeah, sure.
So we're gonna take a break from you and go into mine because I have nothing to show.
What you lack in toys, you're bringing in spirit.
So the reason I don't have a lot of toys to show is because I have 1 million pre-orders and they're all about to hit. So my toy budget was like non-existent and I was just waiting.
Yeah.
And I couldn't pull the trigger on anything. I did pick up Panther for my son. I do have a random goblin riding on him, but like I picked up Panther, but it's like He was $8. I found him on sale, like clearance.
What?
So I got him like for $8.
Is he flocked? Is that the flocked
No,
one?
I didn't get the
Okay.
flock one is only Walmart, I think.
Yeah.
And I got this from Target, and Target had him on clearance for $8. I was like, grabbing that, $24 to $8, done. So I grabbed Panther, and then Spirit is the only. So I have a bunch in the mail. Yeah, but I don't know. How do I feel about him?
How do you feel about that guy? Wait, pause. How did you feel about him originally as a toy in the 80s? Yeah, nah. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no nostalgia drive for this figure for you, right? And that's I knew that was the answer.
It's more about the cartoon.
Yeah.
And him, weirdly enough, him versus Storm Shadow is more of a thing in the cartoon than Storm Shadow versus Snake Eyes. I love that part of him. For me, was like more about like, I love that cartoon. I want to get Spirit. This is like the first of that wave of like, they're just remaking the old toys verbatim. And I'm not like a huge fan of that. So like, he's still a phenomenal figure.
That being said, check out our G.I. Joe classified video right here.
right there. Spirit, really solid figure, really solid toy. They're going with a more realistic vibe. That like his pistol, for instance, is like an actual Beretta, like not like the future pistol that came with Duke and Baroness and some of the other figures.
Boo!
I agree. So I'm kind of like, I would rather have him had the futuristic pistol. He's got cool features, like he can sling his rifle on the little
that's
there
cool.
on the back. He's got places for Freedom to sit on his arm and on this thing in the back there.
That's cool.
Freedom's cool. Freedom comes with folded wings, so you can plug these in.
Oh, smart.
So you don't have to have it plugged in like that, so you can just pop these off.
Man, that's a lot.
Yeah, and so it's got like a decent amount of good stuff going on, you know. That being, you know,
does it come with the arrow? Figure. Does it come with the arrow gun?
No, he comes with a rifle.
That's a good thing.
He comes with a rifle and then the pistol and 2 knives. So like he comes with a decent amount of stuff, but no arrow gun.
So I can never unsee the fact that Spirit reminds me of Billy from The Predator, the guy who faces him off on the log every time. That's the only reason I would buy a shirtless Spirit.
The rifle he comes with is pretty solid. And the clip comes out.
It's almost like the spear. It's almost like the arrow gun, but they just remove the gigantic mag, and it kind of looks like an SVD. Okay, cool.
Because it naturally wants to sit this way, and the bolt from the rifle here kind of gets in the way of it, like safely seating on there, so it kind of falls off, and you're like, that's annoying. But other than that, it's still a solid figure. The head sculpt's amazing. He looks really cool.
So that was one thing I was really impressed with. I really feel like they emphasized a lot into this toy. Not that they're slacking in any other department. I'm just saying I feel they really put a bunch into this figure.
There's one thing on here that they did with Bazooka that I wish they had done. They painted his upper arm. His bicep is painted. In Bazooka, it's an actual overlay on his bicep, a flesh arm with a sleeve over it. And I was like, oh man, if they had just gotten that like one thing in before they made this guy, he would have been much better. Yeah, I like him, but I would have loved to see a kind of a more updated Spirit. You know, they throw on a little pieces of armor like they did for Duke and the first wave of guys, you know, kind of thing. And that's kind of the point. I've got a bunch of stuff coming in. And I didn't buy much because
So do I, and thank God they all got pushed to July.
Yes, some of them did for me. Not enough.
Yeah.
So I have no toy budget.
You made fun of me once on camera being like, oh, it's adorable that you have to talk to Nicole about finances, but there's a reason she has the veto card, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm very financially, fiscally responsible in all of the areas except right here.
Yeah.
I'm like an addict, so like, I need my sponsor.
This is something I would never buy myself. My wife got it for me from my son, in quotations, for for Father's Day. Reaction Optimus Prime. I haven't opened them yet.
No.
I don't know if I want to. I would never buy this toy line. It's not something I would purchase.
So I was just going to say, I wanted to speak for you on why you hadn't guessed. And it's because that's not a toy that you would play with. You probably have an Optimus that you have as your Optimus.
I do.
Or you will have one later on. The card art is really cool, and we always throw out our box art. So here's an opportunity to have a cool Optimus package that you don't normally have.
Something I will literally never play with. So it's like, why not?
There you go.
Actually,
there you go. Yeah.
Whether I
and
open
it's
them or
small
not,
and doesn't take up a lot of space. So
exactly. I don't whether I open it or not, I don't know. And if I do, it's gonna be for my son. It's not gonna be for
yeah,
me. I'm just gonna be like, here you go, play with this, like kind of thing. Belaboring a point of keeping it in the package because we don't do that here.
no, around here, around these pots.
Not something we do here.
I like the fact that we did matching wardrobes this time with the black t-shirts.
You this
That's
one?
good. Yeah, that's nice
wear this
black.
every day.
I know. So Joe wears a black t-shirt every
I'm a
single
comic
time.
book. I mean, a comic book and/or cartoon character that has like 20 black T-shirts in a row, and that's what I wear every day.
What else I got over here? Do you
What
think?
else do you got over there?
What else do you think I got over here? Oh, all right. So this is a new figure, but while I had all my stuff packed up, I figured I'd play with some paints. That's just a wash I did. Look how that bright pink has dulled down to a decent red, and that black just pops those details. That's just a pre-made wash black I put on there. Didn't take me very long.
Nice.
I applied it.
Great.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. And
no,
in
it
a few
looks
minutes,
like I assumed it was one of the NECA ones or something.
And then I took a paper towel and just kind of scrubbed. It did take me a couple times. The towel kind of drew away too much from the details. I did have to go back over once or twice in certain areas, but really fun.
No,
I'm
wow,
not a
looks
huge
great,
customizer. And that makes those guys just look so much more gritty while keeping the red. I like the color patterns, So.
Yeah, I like the random colors of the Lantern toys. Played around with a wash on some of those the 3/4 inch scale ones that we'd gotten back in the day, and it came out splotchy and kind of cool, but also not great at the same time. So I'm like, I need to do a better version.
I may have accidentally army built the Chaos Space Marine. So I went onto McFarlane and pre-ordered this guy. Completely forgot about that. Oh, I like that shadow picture there. Then on Amazon, I was like, oh, what am I thinking? I've got to pre-order this guy. Then hey, did you know this is on sale for $13? And the boys, fortunately I was with my boys. So of course, like, Dad, 13 is less than 19.
You were with your boys.
So they were like, Dad, 13 is less than 19. I'm like, fair point. Bye.
For the viewers out there, Dom has a gang that he calls his boys.
they're really feisty. They're under 5 feet tall. They're really just vicious. But yeah, $13. I was like, ay. So I bought 2 more of them. So I have 2 pre-ordered.
Oh,
this guy has already entered into one of our games. My boys like to have the towering monsters fight the 1/18 scale figures. There's just no contest. So it wiped out like a whole platoon of G.I. Joes. I'm like, I have nothing to fight this thing. Even at its own scale, the Space Marines are crazy invincible. This figure, though, every one of them, they're thick, they're bulky, they're fun, and somehow they're still kind of soft, too. Like when you pick them up, they're not brittle. This is really soft and bends easily. The cloak he's got here, too.
The McFarlane quality of the plastic, I think, is pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I haven't gotten any of the DC line, and I'm a huge DC guy, as we've kind of discussed on this channel. But like, breaking the 7-inch scale for DC, like it won't scale with any of the rest of my DC stuff, so that's out. And like, I'm just like, I haven't been able to break the seal on McFarlane.
But you know what scales with anything? A Space Marine, because they're supposed to be monsters. Look at them murdering that Protoss. And look, I mean, like, for something that's big and bulky like this, he moves very fluid. It's easy. That's great. Like, you still got that cool
McFarlane articulation in there,
dude.
Which is almost weird to say.
McFarlane articulation, you just lack of articulation. This is the Armadillo dropship. What's better than 1 dropship? 2 drop ships. I put lift ticket and slipstream in there to show you like the scale. It's made for a 5-inch figure. There's tons of customizers out there right now, like repainting these things.
These are great.
Both the side doors open up, slide open.
Oh wow!
They're pretty well held on too. I'm not worried about these coming off. The rail system is really tight, and then you pop the back open, so it's got like a dual hinge. The only problem is the gun goes on this gray block right here. And so it's a block in the way of where I normally want my troops to deploy, and I don't see a bottom screw that immediately releases it. So I think I've got to take off this floor.
I'm sure we can figure that out.
Yeah.
I can see all the way into the cockpit.
Yeah, Finn. Yeah, so Finn noticed this. There's a ladder in the back that you can connect over the top. He's like, Dad, I can have someone crawl through the ladder and go through the top. I'm like, that's amazing, dude.
That
like,
is real. I mean, in terms of like everyone's been crazy about the jet, but that's way more impressive to me.
The jet?
Yeah, his jet, the Lightyear
Oh,
jet.
weird.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Everyone loves
weird.
that thing. I mean, like, not saying it's not great or anything, but like the dropship looks amazing.
Man. 8 Joy Toy of like the Interstellar guys, the blue armor. I've got some pictures on Instagram. Go check it out. I started posting them on there. They all fit in there, but there is nothing to keep them in there. There's no G.I. Joe APC belt. There's no clip harnesses. No, it's fine. You chuck them in there and you open them up and deploy them, and that's how you play. That's great. Posing them for a picture was a nightmare. And granted, the pegs are for 5-inch figures. So there's so they have pegs, but they're for 5-inch figures.
Okay, so there's some downsides, but still, as a whole, looks fantastic.
I was so happy with one. I immediately went on Amazon and was like, and buy another one of these. They are so fun.
Dom, I've got no toy budget. You're killing me right now.
Yeah, so fun.
But, if I get one of those, you need to get a last left.
That's fair. That's an even exchange.
I think we're wrapping it up here.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tigra.
Yeah.
Look, so I passed on her, and then I saw displaying model behavior, and he was like, hey, she's actually really cool. Her face sculpt is fantastic. She is bright great orange. She is orange, Skittles orange.
Yeah, she is very orange.
Yeah. But do I want to build my West Coast Avengers?
I don't know. Do you want a West Coast Avengers?
Not really, but I guess I'm committed now. I slept on her. Well, that sounds weird. I passed on her, and then I came back around. So
don't talk about sleeping on your bright orange female toy.
So the guy that she's attacking right there is a Fortnite figure. Finn is huge into Fortnite figures right now. We have no affinity to the game. I'm actually going to release a video where he talks about his collection. The reason I got this guy was he didn't want him, and I was like, Finn, if you don't get that guy, I am. And I wish amongst
he looks like a good like goon,
and he's kind of reminiscent of a G.I. Joe villain that was near and dear to my heart. Yeah, man. So he's a very light Firefly, and he's a great goon. Comes with this cool backpack. He comes with a ridiculous 50 cal sniper rifle and 2 maces. He's got a cool skull patch on there, which could be a Hydra goon, some sort of Cobra agent, or a Firefly lackey, or maybe you want to customize a Firefly. He's great. Articulation's really fun. He is a lot of fun.
I think that's
you would think so. I also got
what you got over there.
I also got.
There's more, but wait, there's more.
I got another little A-wing. I went to a
I saw
comic
that sitting
shop
in the background.
Yeah,
I just assumed it was old.
No, it's a second one because I love interceptors. I love fast little zippy ships, and this is so. I love the Kenner A-wing. It's so much fun.
It's not a gunship. It's just
it's a fast interceptor. Speed with a couple guns, and if you get hit, you're gone. So that's I got this guy. And then the last thing, 2 things I wanted to show.
Oh, wait, there's more. Oh, okay.
Extreme sets. I finally broke down and got one.
Is it just cardboard?
Dude, it's just cardboard. But like these are 10-inch figures, and look how tall that thing is.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, that's a good point.
I bought the 1/10, 1/12 scale Space Station Sector 7 set. I just was like, it's cardboard, and I make wood stuff, so why would I get that? Then I went to a comic shop, and they had it in display. I was like, that thing's gigantic. And I bought the one that's not a fixed building. You can move all the pieces around.
Yeah, aren't they?
Yes.
Most of them are like that, aren't they?
Some are buildings with like a street. Some are backdrops and alleys. Okay. But this one is like bay doors and beds and floors, and you can move the computer consoles. I was like, oh man. As soon as I saw in the case, I was like, you broke me down. So that's where my HasLab money went, because it was $75. But like, here's an example. Like, this is the bed. I'm trying to get the shine up. This is like the bed, and you plug it into the wall here.
I've always looked at those and gone like, if I reinforced it, sure. But you're right.
It feels. It feels good. Just I can't get any drinks around it, and the boys to be careful because we play with stuff. So Dio wise and photographer wise, this is great. Play wise, I'm a little worried. So
a little weak.
Yeah.
Remember the old paper fold out Star Wars bar? Like we beat that thing.
Smash the piece. Well, because we had to put it away or we had to drag it out or get from City Fight or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see how it turns out.
Hey, what you got over there?
Oh wait.
Don't.
There's one more. There's one more.
There's more?
I can do a hot take. I just got this guy in today. He's Ulik. He's Ulik. He's really cool. I'm gonna
look at that guy. He's like beast. Look how fast the packaging is.
Rip him out. Look at it. Pretty.
Oh, that's really cool.
So
that's
big.
Like
Look at those.
Spaceman times 2 right there.
Those knuckles. This is a Thor villain, a troll, and he's just a big bruiser, and I love like the mythology of trolls and Thor. They tie back to the Norse days. So you got me. I gotta get him.
Some sucker, or are you the sucker?
I'm the sucker. I know. So yeah. That's what I got, and that's why I'm not buying the HasLab Histag.
I've noticed a trend of the last few times that we've done this. It's gonna turn into like Joe is moderately okay with his spending, and Dom is insane. And
there's been a couple other factors there. One, I have a problem.
Yes,
that's it. Fantastic! Are you kidding me?
All right, I'm Joe. This has been.
There's no way you can't pass these monsters. I've been Dom. I've been Dom on Toy DOMination with my boys.
Never again. I'm not can't sign up for that. Can't sign up for that. And I'm his son, Joe.
All right, we'll see you next time.